Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into the October tarot card readings, I wanted to make a super small announcement. I'm doing a test launch on a new little website that I'm putting together where there's only just going to be a couple of products on there for right now. Just a place for me to share some of my favorite things. So for right now, I'm introducing my ritual boxes, or as I'm calling them, my spell boxes. These are going to be dedicated to manifesting or healing love, like romantic love energy, or for attracting good fortune into your life. Each box is going to include a beautiful white marble smudge bowl with spell matches, a hand-mixed herbal smudge, sea salt and herbal bath, crystals, a candle, handcrafted anointing oil that I poured during the waxing moon, as well as a detailed instruction booklet, which I'm currently writing, which is why I'm not going to be shipping out until late next month. This will also come with a 3-card tarot reading that I'll be writing out and including in your box as well. These are available for pre-order only, and as this is just a soft launch, things won't be shipping out until the end of October, early November, and only within the United States until I figure out how shipping works, because I have no idea. So the link will be down in the description box down below, so you can go ahead and check it out. For now, let's move into the reading. Thank you. Hi Leo, welcome to your October 2019 tarot card reading. Thank you guys so much for being here. My name is Jane. So let's go ahead and dive right in, shall we? So we have a court card here, right? Pages, knights, queens, and kings. So we're going to start off with one of the archetypes, all right? And to kind of gauge what kind of energies you can expect to sort of surface within you this month. Oh, man, a lot of pages coming out this month. It's crazy. The pages are so youthful and curious, and this page especially also came out for Cancer as well, which is your 12th house placement. I see as being the student, right? Being willing and really ready to learn and to serve and to give. Maybe even a little bit to your detriment, Leo, right? Maybe even it's time for you to really ask yourself, okay, well, I've been giving in such and such a manner, and now it's time for me to really change. It's time for me to shift. So what am I going to change into? How am I going to shift? And in what modality is this going to occur? So the Page of Coins is inquisitive, has a lot of questions, but also isn't afraid to get down and dirty and open the books and figure out the answer for himself. I was just also telling Cancer too, is that he's kind of reminding me of the old man in the dusty library with the atlases and the compasses and the chalkboards, and figuring it out, really getting down to the nitty gritty of what something means or where something is really coming from, and yet at the same time utilizing that knowledge hopefully in a productive way and not getting so lost in the questions, okay? Because it's great to ask the questions, but you got to also kind of do something with the answers as well. Now, Leo, what kind of environment are you operating in? So here's a Major Arcana card, one of the 22. Let's see, I kind of feel like this one is popping out here, which is, the card of Leo. I love it when that happens. Has a lot to do with courage. And you are probably going to have to be courageous, You may have some risks that you're needing to take. There's a possibility that you are going to feel stress, because normally the strength card doesn't come out unless you are needing strength, right? And when you need strength, there's usually some reason why you need it. So there could be some quality of stress or anxiety, but the courage really comes in when you tap into your fearlessness, and when you're connected with your soul or your awareness or the witness within yourself, kind of witnessing yourself having certain experiences. That can be kind of scary at times when you go through that sort of separating yourself from, the different aspects of you. But also there's a lot of blessings with that too, because then your physical world, as we see indicated by the lion, is then, I'm not going to say controllable, because I wouldn't say that, but at least you can be less affected by it. That I can say. Okay, less affected. And I love the yellow coming out as well. Yellow being exactly your chakra, right? The solar plexus ruled by the sun. So a lot of solar plexus energy, self-empowerment, confidence, a sense of honor, right? And of course, the courage to do it. So let's go ahead and take out the details. What kind of details for the month can you really expect, Leo? I think the Page of Coins is coming out as a bit of a dreamer as well, where dreams, what do you want your dreams to be? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to achieve? Okay, Justice. Some of you may have, let's like be basic about this. Some of you may have a court case going on or some kind of a settlement going on. Hopefully that works out this month. Libra season is a great month for mediation. It's a great month for negotiating and compensation and all of that kind of stuff. So hopefully that goes well for those of you who are engaged in those kinds of activities. What's going on with my cards here? And yet also some of you may be dealing with a Libra. This is a Libran energy. I think ultimately Leo's desire in all of this, whatever this is for you, Leo's desire in all of this is to just have it be good for everybody, right? Everybody gets along, everybody connects, everybody meets halfway, everybody compromises. I'm not seeing a Leo stubborn streak here, which we know the fixed signs, all four of them, they can be a little stubborn. It's their fixed nature, but I don't see that this month. I see Leo being very willing to negotiate, being very willing to hear you out. So if you're dealing with a Leo and you're like, oh, they'll never listen to me, I don't know. I think maybe you might want to at least reach out if you don't hear from them, right? To reach out because they're at least willing to listen, I think, to an extent. They're willing to hear you out. They're willing to understand your side of it and your perspective. And they're being very fair-minded this month. And when I say they're trying to get to the bottom of it, I think that's for their own sake too. Trying to figure out why someone did something or why something happened. What was the real cause of it? So they can better understand. Because all this Libra energy takes place in Leo's third house, they want to connect the dots. Mars we have going through there, right? So Leo, you want to connect the dots. You want to understand how things are related to one another. Okay? Ooh, man, this guy's coming out like full force. Highly mercurial energy. I see this as being very Virgo-like as well. So I see reciprocity, actually. Like kind of an eye for an eye. Whatever Leo does, the other person does. Whatever the other person gives, Leo gives. It's very equal. And the fact that this card kind of came out in between, like, yeah, it's real equal. Leo puts in one gold coin and the other person puts in a gold coin. So when I say Leo is ready to negotiate or ready to come to the table or ready to talk, like they're ready and they want to. Because I think they want to, Leo, I think you do. You want to be at peace with the situation. You know, you want to be at peace. I do think you want people to be happy. I don't see any ill will coming from Leo at all. No negativity. I think you just really want the best with the littlest amount of effort. Another card of Virgo. Leo, are you dealing with an earth sign? Right? We have Virgo energy. We have Libra energy. I think you see potential in someone and they see potential with you. But Leo, I also see you a lot more willing to make concessions. The person you're dealing with is way more stubborn than you ever could be and stuck. You know, I do think they're very stuck. And they're not negative, they're not bad, they're just not on the same level. And I think more than anything, Leo just wants to, I don't know, is it that you want to hear what you mean to them, Leo? Like you just want them to give you something. Maybe it's a romantic partnership and you want them to tell you what you meant to them. If it's a business partnership, you want them to pay you for what they owe you, right? That kind of thing. It's just like, let's make it equal, I just need to know. And there is like, it's a need to know. I'm kind of like even picking that up just intuitively. It's like, and I think, Leo, too, you may even go a little bit stir crazy if you don't get that thing that you're wanting from that person. The one thing I highly recommend, and this is where the Strength card comes in, is don't be rash. Don't be, disorganized don't be inelegant during this, right? Keep your composure, keep your dignity, because first of all, a Knight of Coins reversed, he's probably not thinking what you think he's thinking. Could be a male or female, but he's not thinking what you think he's thinking, Leo. It's not what you think it is. That's what I just keep getting in my mind. It's not what you think it is. And they seem to have no agenda. It's not that they have a different agenda, it's that they have no agenda, which means they don't overly want or not want anything. Why? The Knight of Coins coming out super neutral in this whole thing, which can cause, Leo to bang their head against the wall. Like, where's the passion? Where's the desire? Where's the soul behind this? I think you may be dealing with someone who is a little bit cold and distant, which does not serve Leo well at all. They're inaccessible, which can make you a little crazy too, Leo. Could be a friend, could be a sibling even for some of you. This is the recommended modus operandi for you, Leo. Detachment, but maturity, right? Maturity, that's what I was saying, dignity, composure, because this card represents listening. And I really think you just want to hear it. You just want to listen, right? Because you want to communicate. Third house activity. You want to communicate. Also, not even just third house, right? Mars and Sun in Libra, but also sixth house. Pluto and Saturn going direct in your sixth house, house of Virgo. So yeah, you just want to communicate. You just want someone to open the door. Leo, are you afraid to open the door yourself? If they did open the door, would you walk through even? Would you take the offer? Would you hear them out? I think you want to. The question is, would you? Would you believe them? Yeah, see what else. Leo, it's possible that you might be tapping into the cool nature of yourself that you don't really enjoy, but it's kind of maybe even out of a survival mode where you are tapping into the judge within yourself. I don't think Leo really likes to be here. Not to say you're not a fair person, like, of course, but it's that you don't want to have to be harsh with anybody. You don't want to have to be sharp. I don't ever see Leo as being sharp. I mean, you can be honest, but there's a big difference between honest and being sharp, right? And I think with this Knight of Coins is you're needing to be sharp with them, and I don't think you like that. I think you actually give them multiple chances, or there's multiple communications, or there's a couple times where they ask you out or something, and you're like, and, right? And what? And what? Sun reversed here. Wow, 2 of your cards coming out. Very Leo. Leo reading in the Leo cards in the Leo reading. Why is the message of hope coming in? Are you operating in hope? If you've been watching my readings for any period of time, you know I talk about hope a lot. Hope is something that is great when it fuels faith, but it can be real detrimental when it fuels fear. So what I mean by that is if you are afraid that this person is maybe not so great for you, let's say this is a romantic thing, if you're afraid this person is not so great for you and therefore you indulge in hope that they will change, it then in turn fuels the fear that they're always going to be the same, right? So why is the message of hope? Pay attention to how hope is current and present in your life and what role it has, because I suspect that it is fueling a fear that this person, like, you don't want them to be reversed. You want them to be upright, but they're reversed. It's not a good time to hope that anyone will change. It's not a good time that you hope that this person will open their eyes and see. Like, they see you. They definitely see you. And for whatever reason, they're having a hard time putting one foot in front of the other to walk towards you. They see you and they're not budging, and you're not budging either. And you're not going to. You might open the door a couple of times for them though, Leo. Open the door and invite them in, but if they don't choose to come in, why are you keeping that door open? The hope. Look, you guys, there's so much success in a different realm. Now, this is coming out directly under the Page of Coins, so I'm going to have to clarify it. But what I'm feeling is there is something very idealistic about this person or this situation. It might not have to be a person, okay? But I'll speak to it as though it is a person. They represent something for you. Okay, for some of you, it's your potential husband or wife that you want to marry and have babies with. For others of you, this is the perfect business partner. Maybe they're really creative. Maybe they're really inventive and, kind of out of the box, kind of unique mind that serves you well. Like, there's something different and special about them that represents a type. And I think it's the type that you like. It's the type that you feel you want or that you need. But it just might not be the right person, okay? Or, if it's not a person, it's just not the right company or it's just not the right situation. But it's getting closer. You're getting closer to the realization of that ideal. You're getting closer to the real thing, to the real deal. You're getting closer, you're getting closer, you're getting closer. So don't be disappointed if this falls through or someone slips through your fingers or that, investment opportunity kind of falls through. Don't be discouraged, because what it is, it's a taste. Yeah, okay, it's a taste. So I just got 3 cards, so this will finish out the 9-card block. We'll talk about each one individually, but we get the Star, we have the Tower, and we have the 7 of Cups. And even the Star is coming out underneath like this, which you'll see in a second when I put the camera down. So the Star, it's like getting bigger and bigger, isn't it? This is the path. The path is what you're dealing with right now, where this is a stepping stone toward this, and this is a stepping stone toward this. This is the hope and dream. This is the absolute. This is the gain, all right? This represents your creationism and being a Leo, right? The creation sign. The creation is not foreign to you. It's built in. It's in your blood. It's in your coding. So you know what creation is, you know how to do it, you know when to do it, and you know that you are and have been doing it. So you're gonna get the reward, Star. Absolutely, you're gonna get the reward. To me, the Star and the Sun are the same card, because a star is like a sun, it's just a little farther away, which tells me that in the short term, you may still have some stumbling blocks, but in the long term, you're going to reach the goal, okay? It's still there. The sun is still there, and down at the bottom, it's upright. It's going to require a major shift from you, though, okay? Look, 7 of Cups coming out. All the questions, always with the 7 of Cups. Why didn't it work out? Why did it fall through? Why didn't this person want to go with me? Why didn't the money thing happen? And then there's also the element of choice with the Seven of Cups too, which can be, okay, well, what now? Which path do I take now? Which direction? Which road? Don't worry, the Tower will make the decision for you. It always does. Like, don't worry. I don't even think you're going to need to use your decision-making power this much, because the Tower is just going to say, I'm going to make the decision for you. It's going to show you what you need to see. It's going to put you in the right place. It's going to do all the right things so that this star energy can be realized. Okay? Oh, for those of you who want to know, this is the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. Just putting it out there. And so the Tower is highly beneficial, although it can be a little jarring sometimes, but it is highly beneficial because it's like a catalyst for getting us from point A to point B. Because usually this represents, okay, there was a blockage, there was a thing, right? Let's say this is a romantic situation, and this is a potential partner who's been playing games with you. Okay, so what the Tower represents is there's a psychological reason why this block is here for both you or them, either way. There's a reason, and I'm going to get rid of it. Boom, and now that reason is not a reason anymore, okay? So I'm not going to say that this Knight of Coins is eventually going to turn into something substantial, because I don't really think it is. I think it's an awakening moment for you to check yourself, right? To check your ego, as we see, to separate yourself from that ego and let the flow happen, all right? And just let this person go out of your life. If you are feeling like, for whatever reason, you want to fight for this Knight of Coins, I'm telling you, the best way to fight is to distance yourself and to become challenging, okay? I'm not trying to tell you to play games. Not what I'm trying to tell you, but I am trying to tell you that this person, the more and more you pressure them, the more and more stagnant they're going to be. They're going to hang on to their freedom for as long as possible, and it's just going to work against you, right? So if you love them, set them free. All right, that's kind of the name of the game here. So let's go ahead. If you want to continue to see what cards we're going to be talking about in the comprehensive reading, you're more than welcome to continue watching. I'll put the camera down so you can see. If not, then I wish you nothing but the best for Scorpio season. All right, and I'll see you in the next couple weeks. Thanks. Okay, Leo. I'm going to start off by clarifying your Page of Coins energy here and just seeing what you need to know about yourself with an oracle card. Okay. Oh, got two. We'll take this one. The Revolutionary. I just think you're going about doing things in a kind of a very unique way, which is completely against the way you've always done things before. If you've been prone to clinging, you're not clinging anymore. If you are prone to being aloof, you're not being aloof anymore. So, it's very different, the way you're going about doing things. And I think you feel very passionate about the potential of your life, right? I think you feel very passionate about how things could unfold. And I think you feel passionate about your dreams and the things you absolutely do want for yourself. All right. So I even like the fact that this is kind of like a torch, kind of like an Ace of Wands almost, right? So there's a lot of new things brewing, and yet somehow focus is still here. But I also don't necessarily see it as being too much of a hiccup or too much of an obstacle, so long as you can just say, okay, well, I'm just going to, step back from this particular scenario and, just kind of do my observance thing and connect with the higher self here and not get dragged down by some of the emotions that are kind of maybe trying to drag me down regarding this person or scenario. So let's see what comes through. Oh, this came out for Cancer too. This is really similar to the Cancer reading. Not sure if you guys have Cancer in your charts, but you may want to try to watch that reading too. Very similar cards. Okay, so we have the Sea Otter, which is a card of transformation. But I also am seeing like the playfulness more so than the transformation energy for the sea otter. Something that is a lot more, like it's very less, it's not serious. So while we have kind of some serious tones, if you don't approach it seriously, then it doesn't have to be this whole big deal. You know what I mean? And I see you having success in not caring so much. All right? Not to say you don't care about people's feelings or anything, but it's kind of like you don't care about what the outcome is, and so you're going to get the best possible outcome. It's like one of those things. All right, let's get some reversals in here. I forgot to put them in. All right, let's start by clarifying the Page of Coins, the first one. And this Leo, for those of you who want to watch the comprehensive, the link will be down below in the description box. And I'm just going to kind of give you a preview of the cards. So, Page of Coins. Ooh. There is an aspect of fantasy, you know, fantasy and living into, like hanging on to the ideal and not worrying about who is meant to fulfill the role. Ooh, I love that for you guys. That's amazing. You're fat. Wow, Leo, so in your power. This is like the very most attractive thing too, is when someone is so in their power. All right. Page of Coins. Knight of Coins. One more for the Knight of Coins. Ooh, that just kind of changed the story a little bit, as these comprehensives often do. Let's see what the Four of Cups looks like. You kind of have to make people bring the serious offers. You have to make people sign the dotted line. I genuinely don't see that you are anybody's fool, I guess is the phrase that's coming to my mind. No one's going to play Leo this month, not by a million miles. And I don't see you letting anybody dictate how you feel. I think you're going to be in a very good control of emotions. Let's look at this Tower card. Ooh, an Ace of Wands. I know that's not technically an Ace of Wands, but it kind of reminds me of it. So, I don't know, Leo. I think you're going to be speaking some pretty major truths. Ooh, King, Knight of Coins again reversed. And the Strength card, last but not least. Okay, ooh, Star card. And then, ooh, a lot of repeats. Okay, so this is where we're going to pick up in the comprehensive. If you want to join, again, it's usually another 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So we'll talk about all these cards. And if not, then I hope you have an excellent Libra season, and I will see you next month for November. All right, thanks so much. Bye-bye.